Bro, not. And the way that they use AI instead of saying artificial insemination, y'all are not slick. Y'all are not slick. Y'all are not slick. We just need to go back to having our own cows. Ballerina farm this shit. Because it's actually kind of crazy. Maybe not, because I'm watching a video from Bailey Sarian and she's telling me about milk. Because usually I drink almond milk. I don't know why. Well, at first I didn't know why. I just decided to start drinking almond milk. And right now I'm drinking oat milk because my mom had oat milk and it seemed, which is like so interesting because even I didn't even realize. But my mom doesn't really drink regular milk either. And so, she has oat milk with her coffee. And my dad doesn't drink milk. And none of us are lactose intolerant. And my brother is, but my mom, my dad, and me are not lactose intolerant. And, none of us really drink milk. And I read this thing that was like, oh, well, I heard this and I looked up because I was like, bro. And it was like, milk is more hydrating than water. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Because it's supposed to feed their child. And I grew up under the belief that, oh, they produce too much milk. You're actually helping. Girl, I don't know who taught me this, but I was under the perception that they just produced too much milk and the milk industry was actually helping them. Guys, let me tell you what. Let me just, hold on. And then today I missed 8 questions on my test, and I've been feeling about it. And normally, I don't know about normally, but I don't know. I mean, normally I'd feel about it, you know what I mean? Because missing any questions, it's oh, but it is what it is. Girl, that shit is not cute. It says the common steps with Highland and Highland straws. Girl, what? You will need to accomplish to have a successful breeding system using AI. You know that shit is not Grok. It's so irritating that they say AI. Girl, pack it up. Pack that shit up. Y'all are not eating it up. Girl, I thought this was the milk brand. This is just someone trying to sell this? Trying to sell the straw? Girl. How do you even, what kind of milk do I have? Oh, they don't say hi, they say hi. Right? Yes or no? Well, it said 66%. And Highland is brand that supplies school milk. So arguably that's like 33% right there of all the milk in the galaxy. You know what I mean? Anyways, let me read this article for you guys. It's not funny, but it's like, bro, are you serious? Like, bro. Okay. Cows produce milk for the same reason that humans do, to nourish their young in order for them to continue producing milk. And let me even tell you why I'm even going down this rabbit hole for anyways. Because, okay. So, even when I learned that and it's crazy because like all this RSBT stuff, it's like, bro, whole time y'all have been literally like being weird, like which RSBT is still bad, but it's like, okay. And it's so crazy as well, because like in order for us to be able to drink something from something, like we can't just drink poisonous mushroom juice, you know what I mean? It's like we have to have like some similar physiology, and for them to be like, it causes cows to be lame but not us. It's like, why do you think that we're able to absorb the nutrients? We are also mammals. Like, it would obviously, like, it anyways, in order to force them to continue producing milk, factory farm operators typically impregnate them using artificial insemination each year. Calves are generally torn away from their mothers within a day of birth. That is why and I was looking it up, and the reason why I'm even watching Bailey's Harriet is because like I was like, don't I remember there being an episode about milk? But I never even like really watched it that much. I didn't watch the whole episode, but like the thing that I was like, well, girl, I need to go check out the episodes, because I was looking it up and the first few results were like people like some of it like has links to anxiety or like, you know what I mean? But it's like really just because I drank milk today. Okay, I decided to get milk the other day before I even like started thinking about all this, and I just decided to get milk because I was like, I just felt like my body was craving it, and I think it's because I just got through my period like a little bit ago, but like my iron's been a little low, and I just feel like, I don't know, my body just wanted it. And then I got milk, and okay, I had milk in my cereal like the other day. I had like 2 bowls of milk in my cereal, but then I don't know, but today I had a glass of milk this morning because I was like, I want to have some milk, I want to be nourished, you know what I mean? And I had a glass of milk this morning, and then just now, whenever I had that test result, well, first of all, literally before then, I was watching like I don't know, I just felt like bro, I just felt, you know what I mean? Like, and then I was like, what is making me feel like this? Like, you know what I mean? And then my body, like, I could feel my body was like, bro, it was the milk. It was the milk. And I've been like wanting to want a string cheese, but it's like, no, not right now. And I was like, bro, why? So then I started to look it up, and then I saw the National Institute of Health, and it's like, there's no connection between milk and anxiety. Hold on, let me just tell you what it says. Does dairy cause anxiety? And then they want to say, it's because you're like, girl, I am not lactose intolerant. Like, please be so for real. Of course, it would cause me distress if I was here having diarrhea. Duh. Like, but that's not the case. Actually. In fact, I feel like. Oh, and I had ice cream. Yeah, bro. I've had a lot of ice cream recently, but that didn't. I don't know. I can't remember that far back. I feel like I'm having a psychiatry appointment right now, and all I can talk about is right now. Okay? Did y'all see? Anyways, anyways. Bro, but that's what literally. Bro, I was watching a video about that girl who fell in love with her psychiatrist, and it reminded. Girl, I used to be on medication for like 4 years. For my entire high school career, bro, I was sat every blue moon, mind you, every blue moon, in front of a Zoom computer, yep, Zoom brand, talking to my psychiatrist. My first one sent me to the mental hospital, and then I got a new one. Because all I said the first one, I was like, girl, I just don't like living, like, sometimes, like, I just don't. And then she's like, oh, you need to go to the mental hospital right now. And it's like, well, girl, but am I not able to just talk to you about that kind of stuff? It's not what you're, like, giving me medicine for. Anyways, but then I got a new one, even though it was kind of camp. The mental hospital was kind of deep. Anyways. Okay, so we've got, let me show you this the first two things are sponsored. Girl, I do not care. If it is sponsored, I'm probably not gonna click on it. 66%, not gonna click on it. Okay, if it causes anxiety, dairy products like milk and cheese can make your anxiety symptoms worse. But then it says, foods that trigger anxiety are often ones that the body has a hard, and I'm assuming hard time digesting. Girl, that's not it. And it's just irritating. You know what's irritating me? It's not, I don't want to use the word irritating because I don't want to act like these things are giving me a rash. It's the way that people refuse to look at the fact that they're literally artificially inseminating these cows, and they think that energy doesn't carry over. They're artificially inseminating these cows, ripping their children away from them. Bro, if they were doing this to humans, bro, just because cows don't speak English doesn't make them any different than us, for real. Like, at all. Like imagine if a mother were to give her baby milk in a distressed situation. That baby's gonna be distressed. Even, like, you see videos sometimes of a mother with her child. I saw this one video of this mom. She was sitting next to her baby, and she was talking about how she regretted having a baby. The baby instantly started crying. It's like, you guys feel like they can't feel that energy? Because they can. I'm gonna tell you right now. And we literally scientifically have an energetic aura that most likely, like, alters the chemical the snowflake the crystalline structure of the things that we produce. For the same reason that body sweat, like, there's literally been studies that body sweat on someone who's running on a treadmill versus someone who is skydiving literally invokes different reactions from people who don't know what the person was doing whenever they were sweating. Whenever people smell the sweat, that when people were skydiving, they literally have a physiological reaction to that, and it, like, freaks them out. And whenever they smell the sweat from the treadmill, they're like, stinky, but it's whatevs. And even just like sweat that, but probably not even like stinky, for real. Probably like, who sweat this? You know what I mean? But fear sweat is stink. It stink because I feel like it's low-key mimicking skunks. Anyways. Okay. Okay. A part of me is wanting to tell you about this also experience I had with a lawyer, because I had a warrant one time. And because the warrant was because was because I didn't go to court because I was minor visibly intoxicated and I forgot to go to court because, bro, I was intoxicated. Like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't just stop. But I stopped whenever I turned 18 because I was like, bro, I'm not playing. I'm not playing with these people, bro. So, yeah. Anyways, and then I found out. And then I was talking to my lawyer. And he was like, at that time I was smoking weed. I don't really smoke weed anymore. Besides the point. Because it kind of makes me anxious. We can talk about that different time. But it didn't like, it started making me anxious after I got, so I used to smoke weed, like, all the time, bro. It used to be, like, my thing. Like, I used to literally smoke weed in a room full of people, and then, like, in a room full of people, like, at the house I used to live at. And then I would just, like, I wouldn't go to sleep, I just close my eyes. I just close my eyes for so long and just tune out everybody else and just think, bro. I literally just think. Anyways, but that's, like, to put it in perspective. Like, I had a little portable Rick and Morty bong, bro. Rick and Morty bubbler. And on the day that it broke, girl, you bet your bottom dollar was on my Snapchat story. Rest in peace. Anyways, so you get the point. You're seeing the picture I'm painting. Anyway, so at that time, I was smoking, but whenever I got out of, at some point, whenever I got out of rehab, I did not like to smoke anymore. It wasn't whenever I first got out of rehab, but eventually I just stopped liking it. It started making me really anxious. And then it made my drinking worse because I would literally get super drunk just so I could smoke. Just so I could smoke and not be, like, scared. It was bad. It was real bad. For my body. Like, for anybody's body. Like, alcohol is poison. Anyways. But I went to rehab when I was 16. I stopped drinking when I was 18, but I wanted to start smoking again. I don't know why. It literally stressed me out, but I just wanted to be able to do it again. It still stressed me out the whole way through. But sometimes it wouldn't. But, like, bro, I don't know. It's just like, let it be. Like, I think maybe weed, like shrooms, it's just meant to heal you, but you're not supposed to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways. But psilocybin literally rewires your... Okay, guys. What was I literally even talking about? Okay, yeah, I was still trying to smoke, and so I was, like, smoking, like, every day, because, like, I would smoke whenever I worked out, which was, like, kind of tea. But anyways, it was tea for me at that time, okay, because I was thinking through a lot of stuff, and it allowed me to just zone out. But whenever I would smoke and not be... But even now, even now, I, like, tried smoking and working out, like, a few months ago, and I just do not like it. I just don't really want to smoke anymore at all. But at that time I was smoking out. At that time I was. And I was passionate about being left the freak alone about it because, bro, I had already been through rehab, I had already been through probation, I had already been through all this stuff, the drug test, everything, being stressed out all the time about this stuff. It's like, bro, no, just please no. Like, I didn't want a lawyer on my booty about this. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, bro. So, I went to a lawyer's appointment. And he was like, I don't know. He was just trying to, like, get me to stop smoking. And I was like, he just kept saying it. And I was just like, why? He's like, why do you not want to so bad? I'm like, why do you want me to not want to so bad? And I'm like, anyways, and then I literally I tell you literally all this to tell you this. The odor that was coming out of me as I was talking to that man. Oh. You put that in the treadmill suit and you let people smell it, bro. I tell you what. tell you what. Anyways. So, yeah. So, you think... So, of course, like, if I had been producing milk at that shit would have made people anxious as fuck. Like, what do you mean? Anyways. I feel like that was a really good way to get my point across. Okay. Oh, and so then I see the National Health Institute, and it's like, I had already seen glimpses of this Bailey Sarian thing about how the government is really the one perpetrating this milk situation. Bro, did y'all know that they, in the city, they couldn't bring their cows, so they fed, like, these cows S'well, which is, like, the product of beer, like, making beer. It's, like, corn and, like, some, like, this other thing, like, and it's, like, and then I was like, is this where the term milk drunk comes from? You know, whenever a baby drinks a bunch of milk and they're like, that's crazy. Let's look it up. So I guess to see this, you would have to see if S'well is just something that the liquid is soaked in before it's fermented. I feel like I should clarify. It's just whenever babies, like, get really tired, they're, like, drowsy, but they're not, like, if your baby is, like, exuding, like, spooky symptoms, take them to the doctor. Anyways, guys. Okay. I love the word spooky. It's so universal. Okay. How does alcohol ferment? I need a graph. I'm hoping that they show me a graph. When dogs bark, it makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. It makes me feel like I'm on the wrong life path, and I'm trying to get out of that. Okay, let me see. But I think that also has something to do with the fact that I'm allergic to dogs. And I think the reason why I'm allergic to dogs is because they used to use dogs to catch slaves. So it's really not that I'm on the wrong life path, it's that I'm literally genetically encoded to feel about it. I'm allergic to all pet dander. But, like, specifically dogs and horses. Bro, one time, there was a horse just, like, across the way, like, far. And I literally, bro, it was not good. Can y'all just, corn. How does alcohol fermentation work? Corn. Do y'all leave it in there? I mean, from what I've seen about meads, but whenever they do those fancy little wine things, that's just because they're trying to import flavor. So it's like, I don't know what corn has to do with this process. Is it alcohol-laced corn? Did you know they used to put plaster in milk in the city? Because it was literally blue because of this stuff that they were feeding them. Bro. Why is it showing me a gas pump? I wish I could share my screen right now. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna have so much video. I do not like AI, bro. It doesn't irritate me. It's like, bro, y'all are doing entirely, not y'all. It's just like, every time it's just like, bro, the way that it uses so much gas is crazy. Like, what do you actually mean? It looks like, so does corn stay. Hold on, let me get this Chrome before it end up into my keyboard. Oh, bro, I was eating strawberries. No, I shouldn't say that right now. What I'm talking about. Well, okay, I was eating strawberries, and you know those little bugs on them. I ate one. This corn stay, but I smushed it first. This corn stay, and I would have eaten it anyways. This corn stay liquid. I just wanted to see. I don't know what I wanted to see, but I just wanted to eat it. And you can't even judge me, because if you eat meat, same thing, just bigger bug. Okay, I don't know why I even wanted to say. Well, I wanted to say it because I wanted to say it. And I just wanted to let y'all in on that. It's more hydrating than water, probably. Okay, what am I trying to... Does corn stay in the liquid? In the beer? Wait, during the whole fermentation process. Oh. What is this graph? I wish I could just show y'all, because why bro has the galaxy. Oh, okay, right. Oh, what am I trying to... Period. Okay. Guys, just tell me now. Wait, I could just look up... I'm already sweating because I'm wearing a crew neck right now. And it's a little bit hot. Does... Do... Was that weird that I told you all that? That is really sad. I'm getting right. Like, that's so sad. Okay, what does the... Well, I want to get to the root. I want to know if the cows were eating alcohol. Oh my goodness, Reddit. Okay, so someone said, new question, do you leave the grain in during fermentation? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for phrasing it like that. And it says up to you. If not, you can ferment on the grain. Oh, wait. If not, you can ferment on the grain. If you are using a chiller, strain the wort. If it's a plate chiller or anything like that, girl, basically yes and no. Cool. Oh, another thing I looked up that was sad is like, bro, they may or may not know what is coming, especially if they have not given birth before. They just know things like, it is time to bring certain things home to my layer. Their layer. Okay. Like, that is that not just so sweet and cute? Like, oh. Okay, so this is a sign that their tummy is full. I think it's kind of wild that we I also know that this dog next door is just a puppy. And they're just talking. They're just having their nice little time. Bro, do y'all want to know some other stuff? Okay, so humans are actually not supposed to give birth on their backs. And we're supposed to, like, give birth. And you know what's crazy, actually, is the fact that we are actively like modern birthing techniques, like modern medicine birthing, like whenever it's like on their back, that is acting against evolution, helping it be easier for us down the line. Because just getting an epidural and laying on our backs, like, eventually is it just going to be impossible to give birth any other way? Like, because that's so far from what's supposed to even happen. The only reason why we do give birth on our back is because some king wanted to be able to see. Isn't that crazy? And it's like bad for your tailbone. Like, you're supposed to like give birth like in a squatting position, letting gravity help you, or like in like on your knees with like your knees a little bit inward, so that your like pelvis can like open up, and like it will open up like even more like naturally, because your body's like trying to push out a baby, and so your tailbone can lift up. Because anyways, I just got distracted by another topic, but not distracted, just like I just had a full circle moment that was like, bro, when people say that humans are not related to apes, it's like, bro, we literally have a tailbone. It's not a bad thing, you know what I mean? It just means it's a little bit different. Just like how people are supposed to be giving birth differently than they actually are, just all because the king said so, bro. Anyways, and like I'm completely aware that nurses like are supportive and they help with like all types of positions now. It's just like I feel like it's important to say that in case anybody watching this is like unaware or something. And feels like that is just what they're supposed to do. Because no, you can like even give birth standing up, I guess. Any type of way. That any way that feels comfortable to your body is good. Oh yeah. Yeah, your tailbone literally is supposed to be able to lift up, and whenever you're lying down, you can't. And I feel like I was watching this one girl talking about her birthing tour, and she was like, it felt like my tailbone broke. And it's like, I was just thinking about like this diagram that I saw that literally showed how like your tailbone is supposed to like lift up, and it's like, that is so freaky. And the fact that there's not, and like I completely understand wanting to get an epidural, like, bro, it sounds painful. And I understand. I can see why. And also, why isn't there something else? Like, why isn't there something that doesn't just like, what does an epidural even do? You can't feel the bottom half of your body, so doesn't it like paralyze you briefly? To me, the thing that freaks me out is the fact that they're putting something in your spine. What? Hey, excuse me, what? Oh, my Siri list already turned on. Oh, it's anesthesia. So basically, to where you can't feel it, and if you can't feel it, you can't, like, for the same reason why you can't like eat stuff after you like have had your mouth numbed. It's like you can't feel your mouth. Oh my goodness, I'm getting a little spooked. Isn't that crazy that the number one thing that women use to aid them in the pain of childbirth is something that could literally paralyze them, and it keeps them from being able to move the way that their body is yearning for them to be able to adjust and flow. Like once you get that epidural, you're freaking sat, bro. Like, there's no opportunities to continue to listen to your body other than listening to doctors and whenever they say push. Like, bro, that cannot be the best that they have. Like, there has to be something else. I saw this other thing that was like, and I'm not saying if this is somehow ended up on a page of a traditional marriage and you're the husband or you're the wife, but if you're the husband and you're like, yeah, she definitely shouldn't get that epidural. Okay, first of all, it's not your choice to make. Like, it's still super painful, like, bruh. So, I just want to preface this before I say this next thing. But I've seen, and if you are, please don't make choices for your, like, y'all need to, like, go on a backpacking trip. Anyways, I saw this thing that was like, hold on, I need that. Oh, perfect. That was like, this girl, she was what's it called? I don't know, basically, she did this thing to where, and I saw the other one, where she did natural birth, and her doula told her to be in denial about labor until it was active labor to conserve her energy. Anyways, I just feel like also while we've arrived here, I feel like women need to give birth in a completely different place. The fact that women are giving birth in like hospitals where like there's like a million other things going on in that building, like the amount of energy, like literally tangible energy that is probably also affecting them, like, bro, like they need to have their own separate place where and I think all hospitals like should be like more calming environment for now, like for everyone involved. And also, and having nurses do 12-hour shifts is also kind of crazy. Like, that cannot be. Anyways, a building with like cooled, like just a warm, comfy, cozy building, like, and like there could be like different different vibes, like there could be like one like outside areas, like, and like outside like natural, like, well, not natural, but like little like natural like springs, like stuff like that, like beautiful like a garden filled with herbs, and like still like using like modern medicine too, and also like a permaculture garden outside, like filled with like lavender and all these like different herbs, and like they like the like, and then that can be like the nurses could like make them like tea from like the herbs from outside, and they could take their babies, like they could like be outside with their babies in like the garden, like, and like that sounds so good, and filled with like herbs and like foods that are really good for like mothers, you know, and fathers. There's probably something about the hormones and foods that something that could be good for them too. And they should be able to like be there for like more than just like the birth and then like literally just like gone, like if that's what they want, like, because me personally, I would want to be somewhere where I could be there for like, I mean, I'm saying this now as a 19-year-old, but I think, but like, and from what I've seen in like, I think Japan or Korea, they have you like, I don't know, but I would want to stay somewhere at least for like a week or so, like for a little bit, where I could. The reason why I'm pausing right now is because I can't even imagine having my own house right now. So, but I think that I would like that. Like, just being in a safe, nurturing environment for the first, like, month maybe, as, like, my body heals. And just, like, and like, with this kind of system, there would have to be, like, a few of them. But that's tea. You know what I mean? Like, like, federal budgets have gone to worse projects. You know what I mean? Anyways, I say worse projects as if this is it's not a bad project. Federal budgets have gone to things that do not help people, and instead they could go to some that actively hurt people. So this would be good. This would be a tea thing to spend money on, to utilize that resource for. And there'd have to be like a few of them. But and also some people might not want to stay there for a super long time. I don't know how exactly much money they would need, but I'm still thinking about how I told y'all that I ate a bug. I just felt like telling y'all guys that. Anyways, I think that would be pretty tea. Like a mom being able to, like, and like Nara Smith, she was like, yeah, I give birth to my baby and then I'm just able to go back upstairs and go to bed. Like, okay, period. right. Like, imagine giving birth to your baby and then you can just, like, walk, like, to, like, imagine giving birth to your baby and it doesn't, like, literally injure you to the point of needing stitches or surgery, because you're able to just, like, give birth, like, in a way that allows your hips to actually move. And then you can go outside with your baby afterwards and sit outside in the sunshine and in the daylights and just, like, eat some, like, fresh fruits and stuff. Like, drink some tea while your baby, like, sleeps. Like, period. What do you mean? That's, like, I don't want to say what do you mean, because I don't want to be, I want to be so for real right now. And I know, I don't want to be like, what is it called? Whenever you're like, what do you mean? Or, are you being for real? Or, like, you know, I don't know what that's called, but, like, I don't want to use that right now. Because that's pure tranquility. Okay. True tea. And I feel like all hospitals should, like, kind of have that premise too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just, like, having a garden and having a place where people can not reconnect, but, like, can just have a moment of peace and connect. And like, there could be, like, little things that are like, and this is why this plant is next to this plant. And just, like, just food for thought while people sit outside in a beautiful, warm hug of an environment. Okay, guys. I'm glad that you've been here and talking to me. Yeah, thank you. Okay, bye. I don't like saying bye. Much love.